Oh no, not that again. You two stay the hell away from me. You're crazy, and I don't want anything to do with you.
ها شما فکر میکنی از ما بهتر هستی؟ من بهت بگم بیا به صورت من بگو.
Oh, good. That's just what we wanted.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm not done with you yet.
اسم من بوگیمن. هندرم میام شما رو بگیرم.
Fine. Whatever. I'll be ready.
Even we're done with this feud now. It's like, oh, Joe, this is just terrible now. I'm done. This is now Edge, dressed up as the Boogeyman, doing an impression of Davari.
Mm-hmm.
How many layers of racist do you think this gets?
Oh, I think we can go much further.
No, I think we can go further, Foxy. I think we can do a third layer of racism here.
Oh, yeah.
Put a Mexican in.
Yeah, let him wear a fucking sombrero for the ring. Yeah. Like, I don't know why, but I don't know if they're having an audio issues here, but I actually hear the cackling of Vince McMahon over this feud. I can imagine, like, him, like, all this is missing is one of these wrestlers shitting themselves, and this is, like, Vince McMahon's perfect feud. You shit everywhere, it's hilarious!
That's good shit.
Ah,
Shit everywhere.
everywhere.
I must sound like a broken record by now, but I simply cannot believe what we're seeing backstage. 1 minute, there was no Boogeyman, and then there were two.
Well, which one is this? Is this the Edge as the Boogeyman? Or the Boogeyman as the Boogeyman? And ultimately...
It's on Smackdown, so it couldn't be him.
No, it couldn't be. It's impossible.
I'm not used to this entrance, and I have to admit, it really creeps me out. Too bad Candice isn't here with her wand. Did I just hear you right? Did you just say that if Candice and her wand were here...
I was never a big fan of the Boogeyman at the time, but
No.
now that I'm a bit older, I can genuinely appreciate he got the most out of the least.
Yeah.
True.
Again, it shows you if you commit to the gimmick. That's the one thing. It is commitment to a really bad bit.
Yeah.
Another one actually is like that as well as Simon Dean. Like, I thought the gimmick was terrible, but my god, he tried his fucking best, didn't he? Like anything to get heat, he was trying it. Like, between that, the promos, the come down on the Vespa, like anything to fucking just make him the most annoying character possible.
I was inclined to like him at the time because I was a fan of Nova.
Yeah.
I see that. But turns out he's an absolute dick too. So
I'm not even remotely surprised.
He was purely like a backstage guy. He wanted to be office.
Yeah.
So needless to say, basically he was the kid that fucking got bullied, became part of the office, and just justified being a cunt.
Yeah.
And here is hailing from Toronto,
So,
Canada.
what the?
Well, sort of.
okay.
Right, so I think that's the Boogeyman. And that one was Edge.
Yeah, it's weird seeing the Boogeyman do Edge's entrance.
Boogie Edge. Edgy man.
Boogie Edge.
Boogie
Edge
Edge, yeah.
The Edge of Boogie.
Edge, Boog Edge man. Boog Edgeman. Boog Edgeman.
For some reason, him coming out there reminded me of the angle with Jillian Hall. That was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
You forgotten about that whole gimmick. I mean, it was good for her that she got out of the gimmick, but fucking hell.
Oh, having the growth on her.
And then he eat it off of her face, which left her just be normal.
Yeah. If anything, actually, that was a babyface move from Boogeyman.
Yeah.
Cured her of her deformity.
Mommy, does that mean I can be cured too? No,
Oh,
honey,
God.
it's make believe.
No, you'll always no, son, you'll always have a third nipple.
Fucking like,
Some of us have a third nipple here.
All the recent goings on, it seemed to us, he's been right in the middle of it. His mind must be completely blown, JR. If he stops to try to make sense out of any of it, he might just lose it. My advice to him would be to go with the flow. That and, well, I never thought I'd say this, stay the heck away from Candice Michelle.
In fairness to Sheldon, he is trying to stay away from Candice Michelle, and they're the ones that won't leave him alone.
Yep. They're like a crazy ex.
Yeah. Well, considering that, like we started off this season as playing as Candice, technically she is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
completely forgotten about that. Yeah.
Like she was, we were shoulder to shoulder in the war against PG. So, you know, if anything, she's turned on us.
We're on the wrong side.
Yeah.
Welcome to Raw and Boomer Sooner, everybody. This is Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler, and I couldn't be happier about coming home to Oklahoma City tonight. These Oklahoma
So just to be
fans are
clear,
fired
folks,
up
the
and ready
Boogeyman
for
we're
the
facing in the ring is the
biggest stars
Boogeyman,
in
not
sports
Edge of the
entertainment.
Boogeyman. The
And
Boogeyman in
they
the
should be.
ring
I
and the
see
one on the
no
ringside are
rival for
different
tonight's
people.
show,
Just to
and
be clear.
honestly don't think it
I hope
gets
that's clear for
any
you.
better.
Look, I'm trying my fucking best here, man. All right, like this is a we're trying to rescue what is a very bad feud here. Okay.
Half as good as this? No disrespect intended for our Smackdown colleagues, but no, I can't, King. I truly believe Raw is the dominant brand in sports entertainment. And you hit the nail right on.
Like if we were to assume that the whole show is just continuing on as normal in between this, do you think like people in catering is like looking at Shelton going like,
Absolutely not.
ugh,
I'm a
it's a
Raw man.
tough day of the week, huh?
I have to believe we're head and shoulders
How was your week?
better than the
Yeah.
competition. You won't get any argument
I would
from
expect
me,
there's
JR.
at least somebody at catering who's like,
As far as I'm
you know what?
concerned,
Could be worse.
there he goes. The submission.
Not being booked is actually alright.
That's what it says. And you know what? Given the choice, I'd rather stay at home. Thanks.
Put his opponent away here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! T-bone suplex! Man, what a move! I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR. Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match. I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first. And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat. Oh boy, these fans have got something on their minds, JR. Well, they paid for their ticket. He's not going to get caught with that one. Watch out! He reversed it!
I have to say, it's impressive from Edge to be able to have shadowed the Boogeyman this long to get his perfect body language down, you know? It's a sign of a good actor, you know?
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, Jay, the
Committed
tag
to the
is
bit.
made.
Yep.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
Like at this stage, you really do have to wonder what sort of punishment, what sort of crime has Edge committed to be dressed up as the Boogeyman in what is a god awful feud. But genuinely, this is happening in the real world. I'm just fascinated to see like how like people are like how people are documenting this. Like what's the Meltzer and Brian podcast like? It's like about this one. You know, is this WWE's attempt to try and kill the two of them by giving them a brain hemorrhage? Who knows? We may never know.
All people should be able to appreciate that, King. Wait a minute, JR. You're not trying to say that I'm old, are you? Of course not, King. Although there was that rumor going around about your social security number. Up the turnbuckle he goes. I hope he knows what he's doing.
We technically hit him. It counts.
He's going up, JR. This could be big. This match has the potential to be an instant.
No, it does not, Jerry Lawler. Stop lying to
These
yourself.
fans are too stupid to realize it.
No one will want to remember this match or this storyline.
These WWE things.
Well, I heard that we gave him an IQ test, and the results came back negative.
Folks, I've got to apologize for King here tonight. He must have gotten up on the wrong side of somebody else's bed this morning. When I look at what Shelton Benjamin has become, it turns my Sooner stomach like burnt orange. He's tagged in his partner.
To be fair, no one may want to remember this, but some of us 17 years later will still be scared.
These superstars genuinely hate
Remember the time when there was two Boogeymans and one of them was Edge? No, me neither, because it never happened.
Looks could kill somebody.
Similar event did take place.
And you've got to
So,
admit,
this one was the invention of Vince McMahon.
interesting match, JR.
It sure does.
Not this time.
But I
This is
tell
what-
you, these superstars
This is what happens when Vince McMahon takes oxycodone. He comes up with some very strange ideas.
To be fair, blackface in 2006 was much more of a TNA thing.
Fair point, actually. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Ah, gentlemen, we're not cornering the racist market. Now, as a staunch Republican, I fully endorse marketing to racists.
I mean, that's what Davari and Muhammad was for.
And every other fucking national stereotype they had over the years. Like, you would say they had a nice diverse roster, but then literally anyone of their nationality was playing their nationality, their national stereotypes, and more.
Yeah, sometimes, given that Muhammad Hassan was fucking Italian.
Yeah. So, oh, we have Kofi Kingston. Oh, wow, like, this is cool. We have actually a guy who is, you know, he's from Africa. You know, a good representative of that market, and we could put it to the end. No, make him Jamaican. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, actually, make him do an accent as well. Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter, right?
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
I don't remember Boogeyman's offense being so scrappy.
A lot of it was redacted, Jamie.
That said, I don't remember a single Boogeyman match, so fair enough.
I highly doubt they even had a finisher, Jamie. I think they just had to make one up just for this purpose of the game.
I'm so happy that we have a superstar like Edge on the Raw roster.
Like, they gave him that kind of like inverted power stand because they couldn't render worms back in the PS2.
He's a great role model for young fans. Oh, he's a terrific role model, all right. Edge is a real humanitarian, a guy who would just as soon sell you out as look at.
To be fair, one of the reasons why that was a very nice. One of the reasons why I can't see this ever happening in real life is I don't think anyone ever looked at the storyline and gone, you know what this needs? More Boogeyman.
More Boogeyman, yeah, exactly. It's like, don't be better than one. Don't be better than one Boogeyman. Two. It's like, excellent.
Plus, if it was, you know, if Vince actually had input on this, he would have made one of them a midget. Much like real life.
Much like real life, exactly. But as we all know, Jamie, and again, I don't have to explain this to you as a wrestling historian like yourself, midgets are funny. And yeah, so like whenever it comes around in wrestling, we must point at the freaking laugh, which is again says more about wrestling, to be honest.
And when it comes down to it,
A little bit.
that's all that
A little
matters.
bit.
God, wrestling is a terrible sport. The more you think about it, it's full of awful people. It really fucking is. It's like it's actually official. We cannot get rid of the carnies. They will stay forever. It has its moments.
There's a voice talk country a few years ago called The Wrestlers, where a dude went around the world just to see what wrestling was like everywhere. And there was a couple set in America where he followed like MLW and Evolve, but and one where he went to a Joshi show in Japan, which was really disturbing. But there was another one where he went to Bolivia, where they have only got women's wrestling, and the whole thing was set up, and basically the whole premise of it is it's just to teach women self-defense.
Wow.
That most of them have been victims of domestic violence, and they came to become wrestlers.
Right, because Bolivia has the highest rate for domestic violence in the world, doesn't it? Or am I getting that mixed up with another country?
It makes sense for how it came about.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite cool.
That is actually genuinely interesting, yeah. Again, it shows you how it can be different in different cultures and countries, you know? That's actually kind of what makes like this. What makes the industry unique is that like it's a unique like entertainment form to its own culture. In fact, I think was it not Chris Hero that actually like very like summarized all flavors of wrestling quite quickly, or quite well, you know.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact kind of quote now, but he summarized it adequately in like in a couple of box blurbs.
Like he had Mexico as like pageantry and I think it was athleticism.
Yes.
Japan was through spear, like or
That was conflict through sport.
Yeah.
yes,
And America is a morality tale.
yeah.
It's like a dream come true, King.
Oh no, fucking, it was Europe. UK and Europe was...
That's for sure.
Europe was like technique and something else.
Yeah, it was very much pride in the technical side of it.
Yeah. Sorry, it was chess, like a technical chess, like or a physical chess.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But that makes sense considering the British wrestling origins as well. Is that it is kind of established. It is essentially Greco-Roman wrestling, but with that little bit of flavor.
And there's the cover.
Like it is actually quite like amusing to go and watch some of those matches back where like they are very clearly the showmanship and the small moments are there, but of course because they're such small moments and few and far between, they're actually kind of like more appreciated. And then like actual people stand out more because like they'll do certain things that are just unique to them, you know.
That's why the British wrestlers tend to get on very well in the likes of America, because they stand out because it's a completely different style to what they're used to.
Try this stuff themselves. That's for damn sure. Wow, there's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR. You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar.
As you can see, the Boogeyman union is really kicking her ass here at the minute.
What's he gonna do here? A T-bone suplex. He might have knocked his
Looks like it happens in all these video games that once it's a tag team match, we're here for the long haul.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going. There he goes. Up the turnbuckle. This could be really good or really bad. We could have a big one here, JR.
You know, at some stage, the referee's supposed to, stop this from happening. Just saying.
He may get the
Nope.
3 count here.
There you go. And you weren't meant to kick out there, guys. This match is meant to finish like 5 hours ago.
Could this be a tap out?
They're just like, we're done. Good night, everybody. Like, I do get the quizzical faces there, but like, a match ending with a side chin lock is not the most ridiculous part of this feud. Let's be fair here. Let's just be happy that the match is done and we don't have to speak of it ever again. So, let's see what WWE.com are saying about this. Oh, good. SummerSlam. That's great. Finally, we're getting our match between Benjamin and Edge, and it's a ladder match again. This is a match that's good, What would be two stalwarts of Money in the Bank matches, hanging out in ladders. This is great. What are you fighting for? Oh, the wand.
I don't know if there's any way to find out who's Intercontinental Champion at this point, but surely that would have been better.
I'm trying to even remember if we actually find out. I don't think we do. I think it's basically just whoever is the default champion at the time, which would actually have been Shelton, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember now.
Would have been a wrong. Carlito would have been in the running at this point.
Carlito rings a bell, definitely. I think Rey Mysterio was the US champion, possibly. Not too sure.
You think you know me?
King, this must be one of the strangest matches we've ever had at SummerSlam.
And considering how it got to this point, that should come as no surprise. A ladder match for Candice Michelle's magic wand? I suppose whoever gets it won't have to worry about any more strange transformations. And I have to wonder if Edge has any intention of sharing that wand with Candice if he wins this match.
This would be an interesting poll to throw out there for people of like wrestling matches where the match itself just is awesome and it should be awesome, but the storyline surrounding it all ruins it.
It is that kind of point. Like if this is the way to get, like, you know, wrestling purists to watch your terrible product, there must be a better way of doing it than having, like, you know, okay, right, like if say there was a producer going rogue at WWE Raw, having to deal with the coke fused fucking like ramblings of Vince McMahon and his fucking cronies, going like, okay, how about we put technical wrestler A versus technical wrestler B and women all around them. Brilliant, cut and print it. You know, it's almost like there's like a double agent working for the spirit of professional wrestling. You know.
To be fair, Shelton just went from having a submission match with Kurt Angle at WrestleMania to a ladder match with Edge at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, there's nothing wrong with any of that.
Not at all. Again, it's just the context around it.
And all of it written and produced by people who've never even seen a woman, let alone talk to one.
I'm more accurately not allowed near women, I think is what I'd say. They have to do the hover hands every time they take a picture with them, you know?
You always have to make sure that the hands are visible.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, but my shoulder's down here. Yeah, well, I'm holding them up here. It's like, can't even touch your shoulder, like, otherwise I'm seeing like something else.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, I'll start doing this just a fucking wave. Like, there you go. Hands are visible, so I can't get into trouble.
I don't know how familiar you are with the Wiggles, but that's the entire reason for their whole thing.
Yeah.
Right, taking a picture, let's do the gimmick.
Yeah. I had a look there, by the way, about who are the default champions in the game. So, the WWE champion at this stage is Edge, which is consistent with canon. If we were to assume that he is he held the championship for the year. The World Heavyweight Champion is Booker T, which is also consistent because that's where we left him last season. Yes. The World Tag Team Championships are being held by Big Show and Kane, but obviously in this they would have to have lost it to Kane and Murdoch, and then Stitsky and Kane again. On the SmackDown side, it's Mercury and Nitro. The US Championship is Bobby Lashley. The Cruiserweight Championship is Gregory Helms, and the Intercontinental Championship is Johnny Nitro. There you go.